I have had this drawn up and just sitting next to my workbench for probably 6 months. Let's go. Is this a 1 day? 10:35. 1 day. Giant Whopper Plopper. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is a 190, which I believe is the largest Whopper Plopper you can buy. This is gonna be a bit bigger. Not just in length, but in girth and tallness and profile. It's gonna have some shape. There's some factors when it comes to Whopper Ploppers that you have to keep in mind if you are to have a functional Whopper Plopper. And I'm not gonna explain that now, I'm just gonna keep that stuff in mind and make a Whopper Plopper. My intentions with this bait all along was to have it kind of thin, almost the same thickness as a 190, but give it the tallness, give it the shape, give it the weight in the belly. I think it's gonna work good because the belly hangs low and I'm gonna have some lead down there. And the center of gravity, that would not be called center of gravity, would it? You'd just call that the heaviest part of the belly. It's gonna hang lower, weight down there. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and glue this to this piece of balsa wood. That's right, this is a giant Whopper Plopper made out of balsa wood. In the front section, just the front section is gonna be balsa. This back section, poplar, pine, something a little stronger. This back section is gonna take a beating, so needs to be some stronger wood right there. 1 day! Gluing up on the table saw. I was taught never to do that. Do not do your glue ups on the table saw. And don't cut against metal like that. Don't do that. Shame on me. I can't wait for this bait. And that's not just some trendy YouTuber stuff right there. I am excited. I'm actually legitimately excited for this bait, okay? Look at this beast. That didn't even make a noise when you cut through balsa on a table saw. Whilst the bait is in this form, just like this, I'm gonna pick out a piece of pine. I think that's the same thickness as this. That way we'll have everything nice and blocked up and to the right dimensions, you know? I got a thick piece of poplar. Yeah. It's gonna have to be poplar. This is like 7/8 of an inch thick, and then this poplar's 1 inch. I'm gonna have to make it work that way. Where am I going? What am I doing? Where am I going? Maybe I should just rip the tail off of this plopper. But that would be cheating. That would be some hardcore cheating right there. Can't do that. I cheat, but I don't hardcore cheat, you know? What a weird noise. I'm not farting. That's that. Now, I need to bring this back piece to the same thickness as this body. Pencil! There you are. That thickness. Okay. So, the trickiest, most like eyeball-ish, where you're not going off of any kind of reference point, you're using your eyeballs and trying to get a drill bit through here the way you want it, will be to get this brass insert inside of this rear piece on the Whopper Plopper. And that's what I'm doing. I'm having a brass insert. And by brass insert, I mean just a little brass tube. It's gonna stick out the back just a smidget. I'm gonna have a through wire line coming off of the balsa body and through the back of here, and I'm gonna tie it off, and that's the rear treble back here. And then the plopper hanging off there, plopping away. But let's sit down. Pop a squat, fellas. I'm gonna do the old make an X trick with the corners here to get a center point on the butt piece here. But after that, I'm gonna have to do some finagling to go from here to like up here and keep my drill bit centered, make it look spiffy. I suppose I could come in from this side. It's actually gonna be more like this. So I'm gonna come in from this end and the other end with a drill bit that's this diameter and hope they meet perfectly. 30 seconds. I wanna do this end first for some reason. Feel more comfortable doing it this end first. Look at that. That's gonna stick out just about that much, and this thing's gonna spin. Anyway, let's get on to carving this body. Keep moving. Man. It's a big whopper plopper. Let's go, come on. Enough yakking. No, wait, actually, we need to cut a slot in the bottom of this back piece right now, because I can cut one nice and square because it's still blocky. And then we'll form the butt paddle for this whopper plopper out of a piece of what I really hope is Lexan polycarbonate, because I don't want to just be using normal polycarbonate sheeting, but on the label, I bought a bunch of 12 by 12 sheets of Lexan and it says 12 by 12. So we'll see. Hopefully that's Lexan. It better be. Straight line, coming right up. I wonder if a metal tail would be better. That would be more BA, but Lexan just ends up looking better because it's clear. Should I do a metal tail? Or should I be BA? That's how deep I want to go, I do believe. And I can judge how deep I'm going on this end, but you already know. I don't need to explain this. This is a one day. One day. One day. Am I losing it? It just doesn't sound as good. It must be the echo. I've been trying to hang up stuff on the walls here. I got a Betsy Ross flag. I got my signs. It's still echoing though. I need more. If you guys want to send some fan art, I'll put that on the wall, man. I'll shout you out too. I'll shout you out and put you on the wall. Is that arrogant? Send me stuff, I'll shout you out and put you on the wall. Sound like a douche. Let's get that a little wider. Get the files out. Why would you use a rounded file right there? Jeez, get with it. Yep, that did it. All right, now I have to make a good, solid, correct decision. Lexan or metal. And we're doing Lexan, because I don't have metal that's this thickness. Decision made. So this, I'm gonna cut this out accurately here, one sec. So there's that, but unfortunately, this is not going to be the shape of the paddle on the back. This is the paddle folded over. I don't know why I drew it this way. I need to now envision how this paddle needs to be all folded or straightened out and not folded up like this. I'm just gonna trace this first and then think about it for a sec. So yeah, it's pretty much gotta do this. Maybe even more. More of this. Some messy sketching right here. Yep, that just hangs off the edge, but it's gonna get folded over. You know, just to be safe, let's get a bunch of material over here. That's how you be safe when you're doing this. When you're lure making, what the heck am I trying to say? When you're lure making, extra material. Give yourself more material. There we go. That dingus right there, I gotta cut that out. So already, I think that this is going to be the weak point on the lure. This is a giant bait, you're casting it long distances and it's smashing the water, and this thing at the wrong angle is just gonna, and then all the fun's over. That's it, no more fun. No more fishing. If that happens, I'm sorry. On a normal whopper plopper, we got this crazy awesome curvage going on. I'm gonna try to do some of that on this tail piece. Never mind. No, I'm not gonna try to do that on this tail piece on the lure that I'm making. I'm just gonna try to rely on the scoop of the tail and how much it twists and catches water, and leave this back piece straight and hope it plops that way. Sound like a plan, fellas? Good. Let me get this tail nice now. So, like always, I'm running into a pickle. This tail needs a slant to it here. Instead of the water coming this way and this tail straight, I need to do some of this and then make the scoop and turn it even more. If it's just this way initially, that's gonna be a lot better. There we go. I had it perfect. Dang it. Just like that. There we have it. And you might be thinking, you cut that, you already screwed it up. No. Super glue baking soda. This is gonna make life a lot easier. Okay, that came off the line a little bit. And that wasn't me that made that noise. That was my chair or something. Come on, don't be like this. Okay, no. No. This isn't gonna work either. Because I'm gonna have to chamfer these edges. Let's get to chamfering these edges and then let's cut that line. I gotta profile this and everything too. Whew, that fly just flew into my ear, said some weird fly profanities and then flew onto my lure right there. Did you see that? Oh, little jerk. Tickled. Are you guys wondering where the, what is it, 14 or 16 inch mother chaser is? Finishing the most expensive swim bait in the world. Are you guys wondering where that is? That's too bad. Alrighty, now that that is all carved out as much as it needs to be in order for me to do this step here, I'm gonna do this step here. I thought for a little bit I might want to use some 5-minute epoxy or something to glue this bad boy in. But then I remembered that's stupid and I should just use super glue because super glue is better. Let me give you this angle here. So even with all of that slantage, the tail on a normal Whopper Plopper is set further back, and the way it connects to the tail is like, that has a curve even. A lot of swooshy wooshy, you know, get this thing over there action going on a normal 190 Whopper Plopper. On this one, it's set way the heck up here and it's got about the same slant, but I'm just gonna be relying on the bend right here. It's kind of stuff you're dealing with if you're making a Whopper Plopper right there. That's the important stuff. Okay, let's bend this piece of plastic. You might think it appropriate to use some sort of fancy piece of metal or, you know, some sort of tool that was made for bending plastic. I'm just gonna use this. It's a dowel that I rounded an end off on. This is what I'm using. I'm gonna heat up this plastic, leave it in the slot right here. Actually, I'm gonna tack this in the slot with some super glue. Actually, let's just use a buttload of super glue right here and actually glue this in. Not skimping on the super glue. I'm gonna hit it hard with some accelerator. In there. That is. Get our special tool out here and bend this around it. I just need to heat up the end here and bend it around it. If you happen to have one of these, do not get your torch out. Use one of these. Once this stuff is able to bend, it really bends. So be quick. I need some gloves, one sec. It just got bendy and it's sticky, dang it. Oh man. Let's get it going some more. I'm putting a few bubbles in the plastic here, but come on, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. More bend! We need more bend! Especially the tip here, or the side, like that. Let me look at a real one real quick. Yeah, we need more bend. We gotta turn this thing. Woo, hot! Don't heat up your hand. It heats it up quick. There we go. I think that's it. That's it. Right there. It's bubbly. It's wrinkly, but it's bent. And I'm cool with it. Okay. I really got not much to say about that, but okay. It was bent with heat, so Heated up and bent and awfully rigid this is, and bubbles, which probably doesn't help it structurally. Not 100% confident that this tail is gonna hold up, but if it actually is real Lexan polycarbonate, it should be fine. But we don't even know if it's real or not, so this might not be fine. But I'm happy with the shape I got out of this, you know, just using that thing. You can tell how that's gonna catch water and throw it and plop, because I got this little straight edge right here. Carving that out, gluing that in, and making this that way was probably the hardest part. Now it's time to finish the body. Let's get this carved out quick here. Some good old balsa carving. I think I killed it. I bet people could make a whole channel out of just that. Just demolishing flies with fly swatters. It's your $1 million channel idea right there, fellas. You're welcome. Yep, that's gonna work. Stainless steel, single strand. Stainless steel, single strand wire. 0.041 diameter, 330 pound test. Got a little bag of wire right here, but it's all twisted up. Gonna take a good chunk out of this. Make sure that I have enough, more than I need. I'm gonna take this much. And this is legit stiff, strong, stainless steel wire right here. It's the kind of stuff lure makers are always looking for. Instead of having a big bendy piece to work with, I'm gonna make this straight, because that's what we do in the Marling bait shop. We just make stuff straight all the time. Eat 'em. Straight enough. Wow, this is some stiff wire. But that's good. I'm gonna need this for this bait. Got some legitimate Knipex wire bending pliers right here. Yep. And I pretty much needed these. Stiff wire. I'll say it again. That's some stiff wire. What am I doing? I haven't even cut a straight line in this yet. Let's do that first, because I reference off of that while bending a wire. Okay. Depth in the back, depth for the line tie, spot for the front treble. Let's go. Let's cut this. Gonna make some marks just to know where I need to put my blade. Stay straight. Just connecting those marks with a straight cut. Yeah. Bruh. That's straight. Oh shoot, I went past the nose mark. That doesn't matter. I'll just put the wire where it needs to be and glue it. Don't need to cut the nose anymore. Back here is good too now. I'm just gonna clean out a lot of this in the middle. Perfect. Need to calm down and stop cutting. It's perfect. I'm gonna send this through here. Get it down to the nose. Trying to be careful here. Balsa, you know. Am I right? Front line tie right there. The wire is in there and it's flush against the back of the slot for the wire, and the line tie is in the right place, so you can just grab it like this, because that's exactly where I want this to bend, and give it a little bit of a bend. And I say a little bit because you got to take this whole thing out to bend it all the way. Like such as, oh, that's some stiff wire. That hurt. Oh, that hurt. But we're bait making, so it don't matter. Pain does not matter when you're bait making. There we go. And no, this is not a true, authentic through wire bait, because I'm not tying this stuff off. I'm just putting it in the body and bending it right. So don't be fooled. I'm not that go-getting. Yeah, and to get that wire flush in that hook slot towards the back, I just used the saw that I cut the slot with and push that wire down all the way. Let's put it all together. Well, not all of it. Let's put it together a little bit. See what we're dealing with. Gonna have a hook hanger nice and far up on the head. Sometimes fish like to hit the heads on these things, and the hook's dangling back there, and you're not getting the hookups. But yeah, hook hanger nice and close to the head, and then off the tail back here, it's gonna do its plopping thing. It better do its plopping thing. It's a plopper on a stick. I need to find my pipe cutter for this. One sec. There it is. Made in America. Just a stupidly old pipe cutter. Ah! All right, that's cut. Took the sharp edges off that end. The pipe cutter rounded off this end, which is perfect. Makes it like a little rivet kind of thing. And that end's open for the wire. Yep. Let's drill a lead hole. We don't need a stupid amount of lead in this. This is a 1/2 inch bit. I'm resting this on another piece of balsa right here so I don't mar it all up. Right there. Yep, don't have my drill press plugged in. What do you know? I don't have my lead pot plugged in either. Ah! All right, let's do this. There is a hole that should house plenty of lead for this bait to sit upright correctly. Forgot to glue this through wire in. It's done. Just dropped glue on all the nodes, or all the points, all the points of the wire that are coming out here. And I'm dropping it all down the slot too. It already works. All right. And I think my lead pot's hot. Let's get that lead in there. Got that lead in there. Nice and bottom heavy. With the plopper, you really want that. You don't want the body tilting at all as you're ripping it through the water and making it plop. That's just annoying. Time for super glue and baking soda. You're gonna wanna make sure you breathe in all those fumes. That's what makes you a good bait maker. I'm just kidding. Super glue bath. This is a lot of lure too to be doing a super glue bath with, so I'm gonna try not to get any of these fumes in my nose. Failed that. In order to get these amazing dead meat custom eyes on this bait, Dead Meat Customs, you guys probably didn't even see that. I figured out what diameter these are and found the right Forstner bit and everything and centered that, but post super glue bath and sanding, I sanded this. I don't know if I filmed any of that, but this has been sanded. This is pretty much ready to paint, but post super glue bath, you drill the eye sockets on balsa wood. But if you do it in the right order, you get a beautiful eye socket like that. And that is one heck of an eye for this giant Whopper Plopper. And we are ready to paint. Starting with white. Some decisions have been made. For this plopper, we're going all out. I'm gonna have it backed with holographic scale foil, but behind that, I'm gonna have the yellows and reds to match the eyeball. And then on top of that, I might do some like bars, or definitely gonna do gills, other stuff. Anyway, let's get to it. First I gotta paint the rest of the body a cool design. Maybe I'll do kind of bar things behind the foil. Alternating yellow and red bars. Yellow coming up from the bottom, red coming from the top. Sound good? Good. Let's do it. Straight red going here, wicked red. On to the yellow. And yeah, there's a wicked yellow. I'm not gonna do like a big yellow belly kind of thing. I'm just gonna do yellow stripes up the other way. I've been painting the plopper piece too, don't worry. This foil is just a little bit too thin. It's gonna look like the belly's kind of flat, but I'm still running with it. I don't care. I want to use this. Shouldn't look too weird though. It'll look like I made it. Scales are in the right direction. That's good. All right, let's put this thing on straight. Let's not screw this up. Whoa, that was close. Immediately after saying let's not screw this up, I go and do something that stupid. Oh, that looks good. Don't even have to press it down on the bait, that looks good. Using a heat gun. I've learned to appreciate these things. They're better than a propane torch for stuff like this. All of you already knew that. I've been told to get one of these like 1,000 times, so good job, guys. You can get these things on baits way easier with the heat gun. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous Whopper Plopper. Gorgeous. Cut this stuff out of the eye socket so the eye sits in there nicely. This is kind of a delicate process. Or you can be a straight lure making gangster like me and just do it real quick like that. Dang. I didn't know I could even do that. Wow. All right, time for gills. I've got a detail black and the airbrush. Low. I think I'm gonna go high. No, let's make it in the middle. It's not done, don't think that that's done, but I just needed to outline the gills where they go, and I'm coming back in with white and probably yellow, or gold. Gold might look good on that. Then I just hit the outside of the eye socket with some black too. That always looks better than just not doing that. So you put the stencil right there, then you scooch it up just a smidget. I smudged that white a little bit actually, but it looks good. I kind of like that smudge. Right there, scooch it up. Okay, I think that's fine, right there. Oh, there's water in my airbrush. I need a towel. Oh no, I'm sorry, Whopper Plopper. Just wipe that up a little bit and you're fine. Get right back to it. Boom. Not too shabby. Couple gills. I'm gonna leave this gill plate how it is, the front one, but I'm gonna add some color to the back one. When you're doing this, what you're looking for is to leave some white towards the edge. That's like a highlighted area, and it's gonna make it look like it's closer to you. Like there's a bump there on the gill, so don't just bring your yellow in here and then like cover up all of that detail you just put in. Like, leave some. I'm gonna put the stencil where the white is, right here. Like that. Okay. That's what that needed right there. It's got depth now. White on the belly, black on the top, color scheme in the middle. Let's get the eye on. Eyes, plural. It's kind of important for these ones to be straight, and that's straight. Wow, my goodness. Look at you. That is an awfully spiffy bait. Now, you guys are dirty. Have you guys had a dirty lens this whole video? I'm sorry. Now, clear coat. For the clear coat, I'm thinking that I'm gonna use the Illumilite UV stuff, but I'm gonna brush it on. The joint from the front piece to the back piece, gotta be careful. You don't just wanna go slobbering clear coat everywhere and dip in it, and you want that thing to spin freely. When you brush stuff on, occasionally you miss a spot, so you end up brushing way too long. You just don't stop. You just keep brushing to ensure that you didn't miss a spot. I don't think I missed a spot. Here's the tricky one. I'm gonna clear coat that entire tail, or the plopper, and when I hang this up to dry, it's gonna be hung up plopper down, and that's what it's gonna drip off of. But I don't wanna get any clear coat up in there. Clear coating this plopper should add some strength to it too, so it'll have that going for it. As soon as I'm done putting the clear coat on this piece, I'm gonna put the big one in the tank. I wanna leave the clear coat kind of thick so that it goes over those seams where I put the lure tape on. Oh, I just burnt myself on my heat gun and threw this piece into the clear coat. And now it's all in that tube. Exactly where I didn't want it. Dang it. Oh well, we'll figure this out. Let's get this guy in the tank. Man, that was dumb. I'm gonna turn these lights on and just set this bait really quick. That way I'm not dealing with a drippy bait. It sets in like 20 seconds, but then you gotta leave it in there for a long time to get it to be not tacky. So I've been doing this thing where I'm just running this thing through wires and cleaning off the wires and running it through and cleaning it off. And I've gotten the majority of the clear coat out of that tube. But how I planned on getting this clear coat to set anyway was putting it on a wire like this and then bending the wire up and able to hang in there. And I kind of realized also that the UV light's not going to reach the tube inside it, so it's not gonna set that. If anything, it's acting as a lubricant, right? I'm fine with that. This will probably work. Okay, folks, I've been struggling. Let's bring you guys over here. This piece, not bad. I mean, I struggled a bit because the back here, you got it in the tank and there's a flat spot right there and the UV light is having a hard time getting back there, but I got it. Took forever. It's 353. I'm struggling with this back piece though. Very awkward. Got 2 clamps connected to that bar, connected to the piece. I've been putting it in all sorts of different directions in order to get hit by that UV light. And for one day, it's getting kind of late, and I probably have like another hour to fiddle with this. But oh, and it's raining. The fish may need to be caught tomorrow before 10:30. That will still make it a one day. Alright, got 3 wraps in there. Bait's been clear coated. And there's the rear hook hanger right there. Right there. That thing friends freely. Sorry, this thing spins freely. Very freely. Look at that. Perfect. That is quite the bait to have in your arsenal. I didn't even measure how long this is. 8 inches. It's an 8-inch plopper. The 190 is less than 7, so over an inch bigger. Let us find out if it's possible to catch a fish on an 8-inch Whopper Plopper. Let's go. These owner hooks are sharp. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we at the pike spot. I need to be quiet. It is a soggy day out here right now, but I need to check this spot out really quick. It's up just a bit, but this is totally acceptable. This is backwater for a river. Over that bank, the river, when it gets high, comes over that bank and cuts out a big section right here. It's like 15 foot deep right here. It's about as good as it gets for pike in these parts. Here we go. Okay, it plops, but it does not sit upright. Needs more weight in the belly, but it still plops. I might be able to catch a fish. Uh, 8:24 the next day. I'm pretty sure it was 10:30 is when I started the one day yesterday. So I still have 2 hours to produce a fish with the giant Whopper Plopper. Didn't fix the action. I'm just trucking along with what I made. Probably at the end of this video I'm gonna fix this bait, but let's try to get a fish still. Let's keep fishing. Well, after all that, no fish. Challenge failed. I'm not sad. I don't care. Let's get some more weight in the belly, which is not easy with that ridge of super glue and baking soda down the middle of the wire slot. My drill press isn't plugged in. Isn't this just sad? Challenge failed. Two more of pretty much the same size holes. That should be enough weight. Should be. Without hitting the record button, I poured some lead in this bait. Super glue baking soda. Cover that up. Go to a different pond. That's all I'm doing. I put the lead towards the back a little bit too. I'm hoping for a little bit of this, get that propeller down in the water. Not that I was having any issues with getting it started, getting the propeller started in the water, but that's, I think normal whopper ploppers do that a little bit. They put the weight back. Just trying to be normal here. That is nothing to write home about, but it's weighed, it's sealed, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna work. Let's go catch ourselves probably a dinky bass. I should try for something nice, something good. I might go for muskie. Do Larry Delberg proud, inventor of the Whopper Plopper. He made it for muskie. I'm pretty sure that's true. Might have just given you guys some false info right there. I'm under the impression that that's the case though. Let's get a fish. Come on. Let's catch a dinosaur. Oh, it's the first hit in 3 days I've ever had on this bait.
What was it?
I don't know, I wasn't even looking at the bait.
That was big.
I was looking at you, getting over that tree. Whew, I pooped.
You say you pooped? That's the motivation you needed?
I don't know. That kind of just pissed me off a little bit. This is the second day of trying to catch a fish. Well, there was the one day, and we spent that day trying to catch fish. Second day, I guess this is the third. Forgot how to count there for a second. It's been rough, I don't know what it is. No body of water around here is interested in an 8-inch whopper plopper top water bite. You know, every time I go fishing, sometimes I don't hit the record button immediately. You know, I'll go to a spot and I'll cast the bait a couple times and not hit the record button. And in this instance, something happened to the poor giant whopper plopper. I broke it. Threw it at a rock at a lake. Went to a lake with tiger muskie in it. Was gonna try to catch a tiger muskie with this. Since I got that giant blow up at that pond, I figure that was probably a pike. And big toothy predators like these things, so tiger muskie. But nope, not even a dozen casts in at the lake. Trying to get it near the bank. Long cast, very long cast. Rock coming out of the water, tiny bit, paddle. We got a blow up on it though. Paddle doesn't work anymore, by the way. If it still worked, I'd be out there fishing with it. But that's a complicated fix too. I'd have to like cut that out, redo the slot, make a new paddle, install it, clear coat it. My Lexan's not strong enough apparently to withstand a direct blow to a rock, so whatever. I wish I could get a fish on every bait I make in these videos, but it's just not possible. You do this enough and you're gonna fail. Fish need to be caught, and I think I know how to catch them. We're not done yet. On to the next bonus fishing. Yes, it's like 5 seconds later, and I don't know why I felt the need to make a cut right there, but it's how I do my videos a lot of the time. For this section of bonus fishing, I got a little box of baits. I can't show you this one, gotta put that one away. I got a little box of baits here. I got a lot of 4.1s, prey baits, a ribbit, top water, 4.1, smaller baits, soft plastics, 4/0 beast hooks. This is the kind of fishing we're gonna be doing. Just in case, I got some backup goofy stuff. Ned rigs, don't mind that stuff. Let's tie up a 4/0 beast hook, get it on a bait caster, go to the creek, get some creek fishing in. It's been a while. I used to do that every video, just go to a creek and catch fish, but let's go, let's do this. Got a shad color rigged up, some thick stuff to get through here. Hop on, ticks. First cast. Whoa, that's a good fish. That one caught me off guard. Pike, oh, the pike threw it. That was a good pike. I didn't set the hook very good on that pike. Wow. Once again, I lost a pike on video. Maybe I could switch colors and get him to bite what looks like a different thing. Maybe. I'm gonna go back to the truck and get the different baits because I'm dumb and I forgot the box of baits that we're fishing with today. Got one. Smallie. Whoop, whoop, yep. Accidentally dropped him. He's a little dirty and he's tiny, but it's official. Smallmouth like the 4.1. That sure was not a pike. That sure was not a big pike. There's a good one. That one's better. Come here. You ain't going nowhere. You got a 4/0 beast hook in your mouth. There's a better fish. It's official. Even better bass out of this creek, which have been extremely hard to find, like the 4.1. And by better, I mean like maybe 1.5 pounds. So I'm glad I got it though. There's one. That's not a bad one. Come here. Another pretty nice creek largie. Where's my creek muskie? Something just hit top water right where I was fishing the frog. Oh, good gracious, what was that? There it is. What is this? Oh, it's heavy. Wow. Shoot. There it is. Pike. Oh, we did it. Maybe a 2-footer. Whew. Completely redeemed myself. It's official. And be free and everything else. I'm happy. Oh, that was a struggle. But the struggle's over. I caught a pike. More. Dang it. Maybe that was the same pike that I had on at first and lost, because it seemed about the same size. Well, I think that's all they had in them today. There's a train over my head. Woo! I am thoroughly exhausted, but that does not matter when you catch that quality of creek fish. Those were 2 nice sized largemouth, a dinky smallmouth, but total redemption with the big pike, the big creek pike. I'm gonna go home, shower, edit, get back to my life. I feel like I'm burning 1 calorie away from death right now too, but I'm happy. On to the next bait. Come here, come here, come here. This is what I'm using. Water in my airbrush, I need a towel. Or you can be a straight lure making gangster. Yeah, just, oh, yeah. Am I right? Yeah. I pooped.